Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Pristine Automotive Designs, PAD. Now, today I'm going to be taking you around my 2011 Mercedes C300 Sportsback. Now, a little bit about this car. Got it in 2016, I believe. I started driving this when I was 15, and I'm 17 now. We're in 2017, so it's been a few years. But it's still in beautiful condition. It was in beautiful condition when I got it. The owners before me, they didn't drive it much. They kept it in the garage. They just wanted to have a bigger Mercedes, so they traded in for, I believe, an S-Class. So, being that I'm a teenager, I'm in high school, this fits me perfectly. So, I'm going to take you around a little bit. So, let's start with one of my favorite things about it being a sports pack is the drilled rotors. So, it's a sports pack, so it comes with the drilled rotors inside the stock. And I believe these are 17-inch wheels. Yes. And they are still in beautiful condition, even though there's a few scratches, but that's alright. I love the LED mirrors that it comes with, the signal light exchangers. I love that it's a panoramic roof. So the roof is separated into two pieces, goes here to here and from here to here. But this is glass and this is glass, so there are two compartments, one for the driver and the passenger to see out, and the passengers in the rear to see up into the sky. Moving on to another one of my favorite things are these beautiful LED headlamps, I believe, come down where the fog light area would be. And during the day, they're very bright, very noticeable, beautiful to see. And during the nighttime, they dim down a little bit, so it's easier to see the headlights and they're not overtaking. Beautiful giant star Mercedes symbol in the center. I love it. And also the classical Mercedes symbol on the hood. Another cool thing I love about my car is the tint. So this is right on the legal limit at 27%. So it looks beautiful with the car, being that it's a white car on black. And by the way, this is Arctic white paint. So it looks really well with the dark windows and the white car itself. Moving on to another one of my favorite parts of this vehicle is the tailpipes. Now these are dual tailpipes, and they have been polished before, and they look beautiful with the rear of the car. And it just all together looks very nice, especially with the tail lights. Now, one of the cool things about these tail lights is that the signal light and the backup light are in the same bezel, so it doesn't like overcrowd itself, so it looks very nice all together. And again, C300 chrome, all of the beautiful chrome pieces. Some people don't enjoy it, but my personal preference is I think it looks well with the white. And another thing I added was an AMG license plate chrome cover, so another custom touch for myself. Now we're going to move on to the interior of the car. So one thing about this car, it is small, so the rear seats aren't going to be huge, but I really use the rear seats because I'm always in the front driving, of course. So a couple things about the inside is, I mean, of course, I'm about 5'10". I fit perfectly fine. I don't really need all that much space. So one of the cool things about the back is the armrest. Now, the armrest isn't just an armrest. There, you can open it up. You have a compartment here for maybe a cell phone, anything like that. Cup holders. Everyone needs cup holders, of course. So, you have your cup holders. You can put the armrest back down, have your armrest, cup holder, everything in one. They do come with compartments in the back for that. And also your two AC vents here, your cigarette lighter for plugs, and this is just my cell phone cord. And the beautiful shot of the front. So the gear shifter and everything, I'll get to that in a few moments. Now moving on to the interior in the front. So of course you have your steering wheel, the dash, beautiful display. You have gas over here, oil temp, your main gauge cluster with all of your different settings, which I'll get to in a little while, and your RPMs on the right. You have your gear shifter, AC controllers, and I'll turn the car on in just a moment to get a better glimpse of that. So another cool thing that Mercedes has integrated into their vehicles is the assistance of getting in and out of your vehicle. So I just got in the vehicle, and as you can see, the steering wheel is a bit high. So when I put the key in, it lowers down to my set preference. So now we're going to go ahead and crank the car up. Now you get a wonderful beeping sound, making sure you know that your Mercedes C300 is cranked. So I usually keep my gauge cluster on miles per hour. It's just an easy thing that I use every day because it's just easier for me, in my opinion. So a couple things in the gauge cluster, you have things like your navigation. It doesn't have like the full navigation, but you have like what direction you're going, whatnot. Audio, aux cord, radio, you can change your radio stations through here. Telephone, it does have Bluetooth telephone ready. I usually don't use it because I don't talk on the phone that much in the car anyways. Drive assist, this is where you take off your traction control, but there's no really need for that. Service, so this is where your messages occur, your tire pressure. As you can see, it's at 32, 33, 32, 41, common things. But that's another feature of Mercedes. That's a beautiful touch. Settings, this is where you change your lights, interior of the vehicle, everything, all of those things. And we're back to trip and miles per hour. So it shows things like your mileage. This car has about 37,214 miles from start, from reset. Your fuel consumption, miles per gallon, things like that. So more about the car. So you have your standard gauge, your standard gear changer. You can do the plus and minus like in most newer vehicles, or left goes down to first gear, right changing through gears, things like that. And back to park, you have your sport and economy mode, things like that. You have your main cluster here where you have your radio changer, disc for your CDs, tone, telephones, it's your different things like the bass, treble, balance, fade, whatnot. Call ending, call answering, your hazard lights, of course, and your number pad for either entering in your phone number for your cell phone usage or changing stations and whatnot. And you also have this fancy, every Mercedes has, the beautiful rear window changer. Not much there, but it does help in the summer when it does get warm in the vehicle. It keeps sun shaded outward, and it's a nice touch to have. So I don't really use it that much. I just leave it up because it's not very necessary to go up and down. It's just a waste of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back up because I love to keep it up. So interesting thing about this vehicle is the aux cord location is right here. So I figured, why would I have a wire coming all the way through here when I can just nicely run it through the different boards and go under the gear changer, come out on the other side, keep it away from the passengers. It's very unnoticeable, and when it's not in use, it stays under my seat. And speaking about the seats, these seats are very comfortable. They're very, very integrated. You can change the bolstering, change the location of the seat like every other car, but these seats are very comfortable, especially for long car rides like a Mercedes should be. It's very comfortable, very user-friendly, things like that. It's very comfortable. So now that I've talked about the interior, the exterior, let's talk a little bit about under the hood. Let's see what's under there. So this 2011 Mercedes C300 has a V6 motor. As you can see, it's very well kept under the coverage. A beautiful plastic piece that covers things like the radiator, the fans, and all the belts and pulleys. The fuel injectors over here, just everything's nicely laid out. That's one of the beautiful things about Mercedes. And of course their hood that goes about 90 degrees. It's wonderful to have. It always looks nice to be under there, and it's nice looking when you go to change your oil. It just looks nice. Everything's well put together. So this car is beautiful, of course, but it has about 230 horsepower, which, I mean, you don't really need that much when it's a beautiful cruiser like this. It's not really meant to go crazy sport racing, all that, none of that. It's a cruising car, and it weighs about 3,500 pounds. So it may feel, to some people 3,500 may be a lot, but this is a very light car. You're not going to feel the heaviness of it. So like I said, with the daylight driving lights, they are very bright to see during the daytime, and at night they will get dimmer to be more concentrated on the headlights. So that's another beautiful touch. One thing that I did forget to mention to you guys is, being that it is a sport pack, it does have the sports brake pedal and gas pedal with a little rubber sticks to feel more grip, and does have the Mercedes-Benz label on the floor mats, which is another beautiful touch. So, of course, headlight, bezel, automatic headlights, parking lights. So what a lot of people don't know about parking lights with German vehicles is that in Germany, it used to be a law that when you park on the side of the road, you turn on either the left side, parking on the left, or parking on the right, turn on your left side light, or parking on the right side, turn on your left side light. And this was precautions for at nighttime when others are driving by and they're going to see that light in the nighttime. And I personally use it a lot when I'm parking places on the side of the road, like if I'm going to another house and it's on the side of the road and it's nighttime. I turn that on. It makes me feel safer knowing that my car is more visible at night when someone's going by. But other than that, it's a beautiful car, simple, classy, and I do have some modifications for this car in the future. Nothing too crazy, keeping it simple, keeping it classy, because honestly it looks amazing the way it is. But hope you guys enjoyed this review of my 2011 Mercedes C300 Sports Pack, and I'll see you guys next weekend with the next content. So don't forget to subscribe and like down below. Comment what your favorite car is, because I'm interested to see what you guys' favorite cars are, because I'll have to get back to you on what my favorite car is. So I'm going to have to think about that for a while. But like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram at PA Designs with 2 S's at the end. I'll see you guys later. Bye.